Welcome back to Panero's Man People. The first thing I want to say is RIP Takeoff from the Migos. That's the first thing I'm going to say. All right. I got quite a bit to say, but at the end of the day, I'm going to try and hit valid points here. I've been watching a lot of videos on the internet about this situation because I'm trying to see who pumps out the right knowledge for the people about the situation that's happened. I can see a bunch of people on the internet trying to play Columbo. See, listen to what I'm saying. I like Columbo when I was younger. I like some of those programs, but I never wanted to be Columbo. There's a lot of man on the internet, and I have to say this, there's a lot of man on the internet solving crimes. If you want to be a policeman, go and join the force. You know what I mean? But what I'm noticing is that some of these thumbnails and some of these titles, you know what I mean, guys trying to solve the crime just to get the likes. Is that where we've come to, people? I know like things have changed. I'm not saying that I'm down for crime or anything like that. I'm down for survival and protecting yourself, definitely. But it's like the morals of we live in a different time, people. Like them things they would never have happened years ago. There's guys on the internet claiming they're from this and from that. I even use the same street ego and the gangsters' ego and the way they move and talk, but at the same time, they're trying to solve crimes. But then they get into argument with the next man and they're talking about this, that, and that. I'll do this to you and whatnot. I wouldn't beef people like that. I would not be beefing. Word to anybody out there on YouTube is beefing these guys, and don't do nothing to them guys when you see them. Because it's going to be a problem for you. Like, trust me. Like, peep what's going on, peep the level. So, Takeoff was shot. They're saying that he was shot by his own bodyguard. So now people are saying it's an inside job. They're throwing names all out. It's disgusting. But you know what my point is of this video? My point of this video, right, is I've done videos on hip hop plenty of times, but my point is it's the same point that I always say. Like, being a rapper, I'm not talking about a bedroom rapper that never made it. I'm not talking about a guy that just does mixtapes for his friends, but when you get to a certain level, it's like being a rapper is the same as being a hitman. You know what I'm saying? Or it's the same as being an armed robber. You know what I'm trying to say? And what I mean by that is you're going to either do some time or you're going to end up blowing at someone or someone's going to blow at you. That's going to put you in predicaments, you understand? And people don't play fair. There ain't no rules to the streets. There's no rules to the streets. You can get blown down by you might have all this jewelry on and the Bentley outside or the Ferrari outside, and you get blown down by a dweeb. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about this situation with Takeoff. I'm just talking about in general. You claim to be this, claim to be that, and then you get blown down by any guy, and it happens. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm saying, you see all these jewelries, I wear jewelry, but these rappers wear different levels of jewelry. Most of them be wearing fake jewelry, and I understand it. You know what I mean? There's people out there looking to yap it off your neck. So if they yap it, you should got a copy. I've heard about all the stories about how you got a copy of jewelries, and then you bring the fake one out when you go to these events, and then when you're home in the studio and doing your little lives, you wear the real stuff. Like, that doesn't protect you. You understand? All that doesn't protect you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a blower on you, it doesn't mean that you're Superman. You understand what I'm saying? You got people like Boozy and people like Designer saying, they don't want to rap no more and all that. Big up Designer. Boozy, you said on your live here that, rappers once used to be heroes. Since when you lot are heroes, man? You lot are musicians. None of you rappers, especially you street rappers, you can't call yourself heroes, man. Because you lot ain't teaching the youth them nothing. You know what I mean? The songs that you make, hey, who you a hero to? You know what I mean? You might be a hero to that person that you lent money to pay their bills and help them out, but you don't be calling yourself no hero. Like, you're out here helping the youths, like teaching them the right way to live. And because Boozy, we know what you're about. We know what you're about. That's what I'm gonna say about that, because I ain't like them other bloggers. You know what you're about. You know what I'm trying to say? So when you're talking about this hero, you ain't nothing to look up to, bro. None of you rappers are nothing to look up to. Especially when you're talking that crud, knowing that these youths are looking up to you, yeah, for a different celebrity sort of status, and then this is what's coming out of your mouth. People, them, this hip hop thing, yeah, the youth them coming up, there's other jobs out there that you can do that you'll get much further in life. Now, we're not saying that anyone can get licked down. Anyone can go out on the weekend and get licked down. You can get licked down by a car. But right now, look at the rappers, and it's all the top rappers as well that does a lot for their community, from the young dolphs. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, let's not forget, before I even get to that, this happened in Texas, right? This Duke, this guy named Duke, I don't remember the rest of his name, my bad. Duke the jeweler. Did he not get gunned down in Texas at a dice game? Offset, didn't you get punched up by a little baby's crew at a dice game? So you guys know that these dice games are dangerous. Not only that, I'm hearing Offset's name being thrown around, but we're not even going to listen to that. This person that you was playing dice with, Quavo, right? Because it was Quavo that had the altercation and Takeoff got hit, you understand? But these people that you're playing dice with, do you know these people? Like, do you know them personally? So I guarantee that at most dice games, you don't know these guys personally, right? So you're sitting down there and you're gambling with a man that's got a lot of money and you don't know them and you're all street guys with ego. Why are you lot playing dice games, man? And you lot millionaires? Why do you lot got to still show this ghetto mentality even when you're millionaires? Now, I'm not saying you can't change the color of your skin. You know what I mean? You're black. You've been around what you've been around. But what is all this diet? Like, how much money are you rappers making? I always say this. Are you lot doing deals and having to pay back the company that you know that gave you that advance? But we're talking about the Migos, right? There was talks of people saying that Migos were bigger than the Beatles. I don't think the Beatles were playing dice games, man. Do you not play these dice games because you need the money? Or do you play the dice game so everyone can watch you frying around your money? Is it a thing of where you're just shying off the money that you have on you to the people around you? Or are you really playing it like these dice games, it goes left. It goes left at these dice games. It's a known thing. It ain't like this is just a new thing. I've heard plenty of stories and watched plenty of documentaries. You know, guy be like, oh yeah, my friend got killed there. What happened? It was a dice game. I've been hearing that for years. Security supposedly have took out his gun and started shooting at the opposition and shot his own people. Like this is how stupid this is going. Like, what sort of, is he a trained shooter? I ain't even gonna bring up the J guy. I'm not bringing up them names, man. I'm not gonna say his name. Like, I'm not gonna say his name because you lot on the internet are doing some crazy stuff for likes, man. Crazy stuff. But you know what makes me sick, yeah? You see when these pedophiles get caught, and you know, some of these guys like in the news that come with like the Kevin Spaceys and all these weird guys, like I don't see none of you lot making no videos on them. But you're quick to make videos about men of your color. And the things that you lot are talking, it's like let me tell you why I'm saying this. Yeah, it's because, and I don't care if there's Caucasian people listening, or because we should be ashamed of ourselves. Like, we've got to that point where we should be ashamed of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? What is the hate? Like, we can't blame everything on them all the time. What is this hate? What is this need for stunting on your fellow brother? And what is this hate for things that they have? Why you always got to take things? Now, I'm not encouraging no one to go and start running up on white people tomorrow and start taking things from Chinese people and nothing like that. But why we always got to take from our own, man? We always take from our own, yeah? I had a part of that when I was younger. Why we always got to take from our own? Yeah. I should take from everybody, but anyway, I'm not even going to edit this video, but I never really cheated. Where the money was is where it was. You understand what I'm saying? Right? But what is this thing of where we always got to take from each other, man? How are we ever going to grow, man? Like, but then these guys that are taking are claiming they got peas. You're still making music videos. Like some of you rappers, man, like you're still making music videos, putting out the money. Knowing that we live in a society that's going to a cashless society. A lot of people don't even carry money on them anymore because they know how it is out here. So they got their money on their cards. You lot are still making videos with, you know, sitting in your friend's car. Now, some of you are making videos like sitting in a Ferrari and the car's not moving. Big up buying it, Steve. Used to always point that out. You lot be making rap videos and the car's not moving. Or if it's moving, you're in the passenger seat. And then violating the sisters as well. Making the sisters just look like they do that to themselves these days, man. But this rapping thing, like, it's a death situation, people. It's like most of these rappers don't even live long enough to even spend their money. Or they don't end up on the road long enough to even spend their money. They have to spend their money from jail, and they can't even spend in prison when you get your canteen sheet and whatnot. There's a limit of what you can spend a week. For those that don't know that, don't think that you can go to jail and just buy everything you want and you got some big canteen case coming. It's not like that. There's a specific amount of money you can spend a week. Now, Migos, this is gonna be in the algorithm for a long time because the Migos is a big crew that have fans from all different nations. You know what I mean? I wasn't really a fan of the Migos. I liked them when they first came out. But then I don't really listen to people that are commercial. People that know me know I'm not really a commercial type of, you know what I'm saying? Once it gets too commercialized, I jump off of it and look for the next type of music or the next artist or whatnot. These days, I don't really like look for any of you artists because most of you are getting fruity and zesty. We live in a zesty, like, hey, what's up with, hey, listen, we live in a time where we shouldn't even be seeing no videos with bare man in a video and all them type of things, bro. I don't even want to see that. Hey, listen, I'm not part of that community. I don't want to turn on music videos and see 10 man, 10 people or 15 man them behind you and you're all acting like, bro, if you're a certain age and you don't know that many people, then I don't know what you've been doing out here. It ain't nothing to know bare people. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something now, people. It ain't nothing to know bare people. It's nothing. It's nothing knowing 100 man. Like, out of them 100 man, who's solid with you, man? Who's solid? Who's not gonna fold out of them 100 man? These days, the ratio is probably about 8 out of 100. Because everyone's got different intentions, man. So you rappers keep doing the same things in the videos, you know, beefing with people when you see them, and And it's just, sometimes I really think to myself, like, when the other people them sit back and watch us acting like this, and I'm going to say us, and you know what I'm saying when I say us, like, what do they really think? Like, how do we really look? Have you not ever looked, like, kick back and said to yourself, you know, I wonder how I really look acting this way? All these rappers, man, Dolph, Pop Smoke, PNB Rock, shoot up man in front of his girl. And you lot be going on the lives. You lot be going on the Instagram lives talking all this crazy. Remember that guy, Red something, I think it was Red Fox or something. Remember when he got shot up in the car on live? When he was talking greasy to his friend, like about what they're gonna do to certain man, or we're ready for this and that, and man just sprayed him up in the car. This is ridiculous, man. You lot are on some real serious lower frequency. You lot are, your frequencies are so low that it is ridiculous, man. You know, I used to rap. For those that know, I used to rap, you know. And you see, one day, yeah, I was listening to one of my tracks and saying, wow, P, like, I ain't gonna lie, I got to that stage where I'm like, I'm too old to be talking like this, man. And the reason why I said that, the reason why I said I'm too old to be talking like this is because at this time now, I've got a youth myself, and I've got 2 youths myself, like. And I talked to some of the youngers and tried to put them in the right place, even when I was in the grime. But don't get it confused, we're always going to be in the grime because we live on this earth, hell on earth. Rest in peace, Prodigy, you know what I mean? Hell on earth. But I couldn't keep rapping, talking about that same stuff at the age that I'm, you know what I mean, that I was. You know, I had to call it quits. Or I actually started doing some conscious rapping on hard beats, like, if you know what I mean. But then I was just like, I just had enough of the hip hop stuff, man. And just like call it a day. Because I see really what it is. Like I said at the beginning, like, if you want to get to a certain level, and Nori said it himself too, if you want to get to a certain level, you got to do certain things. And I'm just not prepared to do them things. The main things I'm not prepared to do, I'm not bending over for nobody, yeah? I am definitely not going on my knees for nobody. And I ain't kissing nobody's ass to get my records played and all of that. I'm just not built that way. Some people are built like that, yeah? I'm not going to no funny parties just to be around certain man, you understand? Like, I'm just not doing it. Whatever you lot want to do, you do. But this is the way I am, and I'm not changing it for nobody. People that know me will tell you I ain't never been a follower. Put it down in the comments, people that know me, like, I ain't never been a follower. Ever. I'll never follow people, them. You people, I'll never follow you. You lot are a bad example as well to the youths, man. Yeah, you rappers are a bad example to the youths. You know what I mean? Like, everyone like is going against Charleston White. Charleston White talks some mad shit. He does. He disrespects the dead. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that. I've actually buried people in my lifetime. I'm not down with that. But he talks some very valid points, and he makes you look like idiots. But that's the problem. If you just stop doing that, Charleston, you might not see this video, but if you just stop doing some of that stuff and just be a bit more serious, people will take you much more serious. You understand what I'm saying? All that police, all that running up your mouth though, and then running to police, I'm not down with that. That's weird. Like, you don't do that. If you mention someone's name, you gotta stand on your two. You gotta stand on it. You know what I'm saying? But people like the youth, them, like, I just want to tell you, like, this rapping thing, it looks like glitz and glamour, yeah, but it's not what you think it is. And before you go and get into this rapping stuff, go and take a look at some of these documentaries and some of these ex-rappers, former rappers, and see what they're saying themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, hear it from the horse's mouth is what I'm trying to say. Don't just like, you know, you got to think about what you're doing. It's just like going for a job, right? Or a career. So you're going to go through the prospectus of a uni or something like that. You're going to research what you want to do first and see if it's worth your while. Take a research of this rap and this hip hop, man. Plumbing. I don't hear about a death rate in plumbing. Yeah, we got more rappers that fall than police. I'm not saying that they should be dying, police, but think about that. Police go out into the field to deal with crime. In certain countries, they have to carry guns. Some people blow at them. But more rappers die than police. Being a rapper, yeah, in this day and age, one of the top ones with the jewelries and the cars and the what, it's almost like, they're signing a death warrant, man. It's like, is it really worth it? Is that all them girls' dirty crutches worth it? And when I mean, listen, I say what I say. Them dirty crutches that get passed around between all them guys, like, is it worth it? Some of you rappers need to stay in your yard, man, and just like really treat this stuff like a 9 to 5. Like, stay in your crib. Don't go to no events unless you're actually involved in that event, and stay out the limelight. That's the only, for those that want to still keep doing this rapping stuff, that's the only thing I can tell you. Do it on a low profile, man. This guy got shot in his head by his own peoples. And these guys are on the internet snitching. That's why I don't beef none of you lot on the internet. Leave me alone. Don't even call my name. Like, RP Takeoff. I don't know if Takeoff's got any children. I know that he was, 28 years old. I don't know if he's got any children or anything like that. I know that Quavo is his nephew. I don't even know how that even works, man. I don't know if it's some Hills of Ice type shit, but apparently Quavo is his nephew. Like, I don't know how old Quavo is. I don't know. I'm not sure, but shouts out to the family. Condolences, because at the end of the day, a death is a death, and I don't get mad, even though I talk about these, you know, these people that like to follow these elites and get their little check and that and do weird stuff for their money. I don't really hate on them like that, because to me, you just confused people. You're just confused, and you need to be woke. You need to be woke about me or there's loads of woke people out here. That's what makes me wonder as well. There's so many people waking up, and you celebrities just won't wake up and smell the coffee and help your people. Help the youth them around you, right? Boozy, you got kids, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, set a proper example, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. Don't just get this money and, oh, I'm a king now. Everyone should look up to me. I've got 50 million views. I don't give a shit about your views, bro. Like, you're not helping nobody out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are still starving out there left, right, and centre. And another thing as well, I want to say this, and I'm going to keep this short. Like, you see you rapping guys, yeah? These are the worst, man. Because you lot actually have the power in your hand to change things, you know? You lot have the voice. You got all these youths looking up to you and this, that, and that. But you just refuse, you know what I mean? Like that Kanye situation. And I'm going to be doing a video on that tomorrow. When Kanye said what he said, it was the truth, man. I ain't talking about what he was saying about my man that got stepped on by the police. I ain't talking about that. But the other stuff he said, that was the truth, man. So at the end of the day, it's like, you lot are chicken, man. You lot ain't built like that. You lot talking like, yeah, I'm this and I'm like that. Man says one little thing that's the truth. You lot won't even defend, man. But we'll get into that, man. You rappers are all, I don't believe none of you lot, man. You lot got a few bodies and you got a few man worshipping your ass for some stuff that you done years ago. And you're hoping that will last forever. But I just want to say again, rest in peace, Takeoff, and all the family from Takeoff, all the family and, you know, his boys and whatnot, his girlfriend and whatnot, yeah? But yeah, people, man, it's sick, man. Another rapper gone, another death.